day, good people. This is Stephanie of Dr. Stephanie Creates, and I am here today to do a follow-up video regarding the planners and journals that I plan to use during 2025. Welcome back to the channel if you are returning, and if this is your first time here, welcome. I hope that you will enjoy yourself and subscribe to the channel and like this video. Again, I'm just going to follow up on the planners and journals that I showed in a previous video that I was planning to use in 2025. And basically, I'm just going to share with you how I've set each one of these up. What's really going to happen does remain to be seen. However, let's get started. This first planner is my A6 Hobonichi Techo. It is in the original English version. And I just love this cover. I've shared it with you before that I got it from the Buy Sell Trade group. The original person who made it is on Etsy. And basically I have set this up as my bag or purse journal. I throw it in my bag. That's where it's kept. And I just reach for it when I need to grab anything, or excuse me, I reach for it when I want to write anything down. Take notes real quick if I'm at the doctor's office, if I'm in a meeting and I don't have any other planners or journals with me. That is what this is used for. In this journal or planner, because it's a little bit of both, I set up the months as they come. So this is what January looks like. And then again, as the months approach, I decorate then. I don't do that, far in advance per se. Also in each one of these, you will see that I do a spread on my word of the year because I want to keep it in front of me. I want to manifest on it. I want to pay attention, make sure I'm working through it and with it. So you'll see it as I share. Again, the other planners and journals that I've put it in the front of most of them, if not all of them. And my word of the year is alter. It is a verb, or I'm using the verb form of it, to change or cause to change in character or composition, typically in a comparatively small but significant way. Okay, and then here I'm just going to share what happened during the first week. In here, I also just lay down random stickers. You'll see that it's kind of a mood thing in this one. They're not necessarily a layout where they're matchy-matchy or mirroring each other. I do that in other layouts, but in this one, I kind of just go with the flow of what I'm feeling. And that's what happens sticker-wise and decoration-wise. You see, this is January 12th and 13th. I am a Delta, so you know the Deltas are coming. You see the red chucks. Still going with a winter theme here. And I kind of just lay down something in advance for a week at a time. Sometimes I make it, sometimes I don't. But that is the plan of action, and that's what goes on in my A6. Okay? This is my B6, and this is my actual journal. So that's what takes place in this bound book. It is a B6 size from Aura Estelle. This was new to her shop this year. This is called the 365. That's the name of the actual book. And in the 365, you'll see that it's set up in the beginning. Very planner-like, and I'm sure some people will be using it as a planner. Here I plan to track my mood of the day, and I'm a couple of days behind, so I need to catch up. But I've been putting in just one word to signify my mood for the day, just to see what happens with that with me. And again, as I just said a few minutes ago with the previous setup, I have also put in here Word of the Year altar. And I like to represent it with a nice, big, beautiful sticker. So the layouts will, again, be very similar, but that's what Stephanie likes. Okay. And then again, January. And again, I decorate the month as they go. Now, in this planner, you get all the months stacked on top of each other or all together. This page is still blank because this is still a process of things I'm praying for, goals. So this is still blank. It's still a work in progress. But from there, you go straight into blank pages to use as a journal. And that's what I'm going to do throughout this B6. Again, I do plan ahead sometimes when I'm in the mood. So I'll go ahead and start laying down stickers in advance of the actual day. But that is what this B6 or Estelle looks like. Again, I'm using it as a journal. This cover is a Moterm. I don't remember if this is caramel or honey. For some reason, I want to say it's honey. Okay, and if you remember, I have 2 A5s, and again, I gave myself permission to experiment with each one of them to see where I land, and right now I'm working with both of them, so I've kind of landed on both of them. Let's share the take a note first, and I've shared all that with you before. Still not sure what I'm going to use this for, because if you look closely, there's only a spot for 2 specific things, and I haven't narrowed that down, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that. This section as well. Still working. Honestly, I've given myself to January 15th to try to just hone in and zero in on what my flow is going to be. So I've got a few more days. This is the January spread for this book. None of the other monthlies are put in yet or decorated yet. And sorry guys for my voice going up and down. I'm kind of concentrating and just making sure I'm saying and sharing all the things I want to share. This is what week 1 turned out to look like. Again, with the take a note, you have the week listed here. And I kind of just put bigger events of the day right there. And then each day has a column. I really do like this layout. Problem is, I don't have that much going on, so I really don't have that much to put in the planner. But I also know I don't want to turn it into a journal, but it may get to that. I say that's what I don't want to do right now because that's not what I intend for it to be. But it may shape up that way because if you look, I got a lot of space. Either that or get busy and find something else to do with my time. And this is next week. Of course, on Monday, we begin with Founders Day. I like the way this week turned out, and I had to use my Delta washi just to give it a little pop of color. But yeah. So again, this is the take a note. I really enjoy it. I like the layout. I love the paper. I've written in here with my gel pens. So far, I have not used my fountain pens, and no real reason why. I just haven't. But I know I've watched other people review this planner and talk about the paper, and the fountain pens should be fine. I just have not used them yet in this planner for myself. Okay? And then lastly, when it comes to planners and journals, this is my Sterling Ink A5 horizontal setup. I wanted to make a sassy entrance with this planner, so I took my time and created this dashboard type layout. I think it turned out pretty good. Let me know what you guys think. Hello, I'm everything. I'm trying to be. And then in keeping with the sash or sass, I also put this little spread together. She turned out cute. Now my girls are from Anika's Creative Closet. I don't know if you guys know who she is. I'm sure you do, but her sticker books are everything. And so that's where the majority of the dolls you see that I use come from her various books. And again, my word of the year. Now this next layout is supposed to be for goals breaking down or goals breakdown, excuse me. I'm having a little difficulty with it because I have a whole other goal setting system, but I didn't want the page to go to waste, so I'm still working on this. And of course, you see a lot of bleed through from my word of the year on the other side, and so I've skipped this row, and I'll probably put some type of washi or decoration down the middle once I finish out my thought process with this. But for right now, I've identified goals as myself, finances, health, and work, and I've started to fill in a few things. So it's a work in progress. What I decided to do with this was to use this as a future log and as a place where I catch all my birthdays. So these are birthdays for people I love, family members and friends, and then these are also events, future events, and things of that nature that are going to take place. So again, I'm going to call this future log, and then I'll probably just hand letter or just write future log because I can't hand letter yet. I'm still practicing on that. And then here I go into mood tracking. I always actually track, or I shouldn't say mood tracking, tracking in general. I always actually track with one of my actual planners. So for this, it's happening in the Sterling ink. I could pause for just a minute because it smells like something's burning. So let me check on that. And these are some more trackers. Okay, it's outside. I can see from the window because I did say let me check on that and then I didn't move for those of you wondering. Okay, and here's what February looks like in this planner. And again, future months are to be filled in later. Then when we go to the weekly section, this is what the first week looked like. And this is this week. I was drawn to Roses in Red. That's my newest book from Anika as well, Her Shades of Red. And then this is so far for next week. I love the way her eyes were giving. So I had to put her down to represent Founders Day, of course. Okay, and then in the back section, or what a lot of people call the dailies, because I have an actual journal this year, I decided to not use this section as daily pages, but it's so many of them that some of them probably will turn into daily pages. But for right now, I was trying to set them up to be a little bit more productive and use them more strategically. I have my big 4 goals that I have not put in here yet. And to be quite honest, once I put them in, I may not share them because some of it is private. I got some things I need to work on. This page I set up slowly as an index. Okay, I'm back. I really did have to go check on that smell. Sorry. I was sharing again that this section, I was trying to be more intentional in using it. And I left off with the index. And then I was just flipping through where I've put the months down. These will be affirmations that I want to keep up with throughout the year. Well, I take that back. That section was the monthly reviews and highlights. Then I have my affirmations. Get it together, Stephanie. And then I have a section for tasks and things that I need to get done for the year, big things I want to do. A wish list that I don't need, but somehow I know will get filled out. And then a section where I've been putting down some YouTube plans and ideas for the future. And again, like I said, there's a lot of extra pages, and you guys know this. So who knows what it will turn into. I was watching YouTube last night, and one of the people I was watching, she had a section that she created for shop codes. And so I thought that was a great idea. So I jumped back in here and created one for myself as well. And then right now, the rest of it is blank. But I'm excited about it because I want it to evolve organically and just become what it's going to become out of me living life and out of the year of 2025, if that makes sense. Okay, so those are planners and journals. I don't know why I'm fumbling over words today. I also mentioned that I had a goal setting system, and yes, I use the Makselife, and I know I've shared that with you guys briefly. But for me, that's just private information, so I have that. I have created a new ink journal, so that is what this looks like. There's nothing inside of it yet, and what am I trying to say? This book was featured on another YouTuber's channel because she likes the paper and likes the size. So I was influenced just that quick to order it off of Amazon and to pick one up. It was just $9, but it's a 96-page book, and the paper is supposed to be excellent for fountain pens and inks. So we'll see. I also didn't know if I'd ever shared with you guys that I also use the 5-year diary. I have the Sterling Ink version of the 5-year diary. I just started it in 2024. So I did have a whole year in it last year. And so I'm excited to use it again this year. And as I go through it, look back on what occurred the year before on that same day. Hopefully to get some laughs, but hey, I might get a couple of cries too. But I wanted to share that I use that as well. Also, if you follow me on Instagram, it's getting a little crowded. And I also shared a little bit here. I'm also working with the Hours Journal. And you guys saw me set this up for last week. And then this one is this week. And then I've also pre-decorated for next week. And again, with this one, I am just putting in highlights of the day. It's going pretty good. I'm enjoying it because that highlight of the day forces me to grab it and write something down. So this planner will be on our adventure as well. And then lastly, just to share, and I know you guys are thinking, really, woman, you still have something else? This I consider to be just my brain dump. It is a A5 Sology, and it's been used in the past for various things. So it's just one of those everything notebooks. I brain dump in here. Some days I just write when I'm frustrated too, even though it's not a journal. I really am focusing this on just being a brain dump. And it started out as a journal in early 2024, but it didn't work out for me for whatever reason. But I will not waste all of this beautiful paper. So right now I'm using it as a brain dump. And yeah, just wanted to share this with you guys. So again, that is my video for today, just sharing some of the things that I'm enjoying and working through, and hopefully will stay in rotation throughout the year. I apologize for the fumbling and jumbling of this video today. I don't know. Maybe I'm just off, and that's just life, and that's just the way it is as well. But I am enjoying sharing this love of crafting with you guys. And like I said, again, welcome to my channel. It is a new channel. If this is more than the first video, I am so happy that you have come back. And please continue to come back. Please subscribe, because that will help my channel as well. And looking forward to a future video. I have some inks that I want to share with you guys. So look for that video to be up in the next few days. And until then, be safe, love on your family, and I'll see you in my next. Bye-bye.